All right. Let's jump into the code here and implement a table. Okay. What I'll do is I'll make a div using the div tag, right? That's my opening div tag and my closing div tag. So for a table like we saw here. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to implement something like this. So we have three headers, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? These are three headers with the th tag. Then we're going to have two rows, two other rows. Now, as you notice, they are all in the row tag. So this is a row, tr. This is a row, but this row has headers in it. So this will be the top row. So this is the second row, which should be more like the content, the data. So we have one row of data and a second row of data, but one row of headers. So we're going to implement it practically and see how it looks on our code. So the first thing, I'm going to start with a table tag. Yeah. So they are, if you notice, they usually pop up. Right. So that's table tag. So everything we are going to do on a table will be inside this table tag, right? Okay. So the first thing is I'll make this first row, which will be the header row. So let's say tr, right? So this is the first row, and we are going to have three header tag. And the first one, we have the content of Monday. So I'm going to duplicate this row. So to duplicate it, press down shift and control at the same time, then press your down button, your down arrow button. So I'm going to do it again. So simple shift plus option if you're using a Mac. If you are using a window, I think that's your alt key. So shift alt and your down arrow button will duplicate that row. So I'm just going to change this to Tuesday and Wednesday. Right. So if I save this and I go live with this, you'll see the change. Now, as you can see here, we have we have three rows. Now there's one other tag. I want to try my best to implement as many things we are learning here. So there's a break tag. If you remember, break tag, you can put it in between this. So what I'll do, I'll put this in a div tag also. Let's do that. So I'll copy everything here, cut everything and put it here. So this is one div, this another div, which is the table div, right? So it makes your code more organized. All right. So I want to put a break tag between both of them. So b arrow. I think this is self-closing tag, right? So and don't just get confused by that. I just want to give it some spacing. Yeah, you notice the space, right? So if I remove this and save, you will see how it is. It's all joined together. So I want a space. So what break tag does is it gives you it adds a space in between stuff. So okay, so let's go back to our table now. So as you can see, we've made one row of headers, and you can see that the header tag, they are kind of thick, right? So let's go back to our code and let's see. The next thing here is the first row, which is the content. So I'm going to implement this now. So under this row, right, I'll do another row. The row tag is tr, then this will be td, which is for data, and the first content here is 9 a.m. lecture. So let's do that. 9 a.m. Lecture, then 12 p.m. lecture, and study break. Right, so if I save this now, and let's see, I don't want to leave this page, so let me just navigate. Right, you see how it looks now. So this is the first row, which is the header row, and it's kind of bold. That's how headers are. Then if we have the second row, which is the content, which is data. So you can see, but this HTML is just a structure. It's not looking fine. That's what CSS does. CSS gives it styling, but at least the first thing you need to do is to structure your code, and that's what we are doing. So let's go ahead and do the last part of this. So I'll make the second row, yeah, the third row actually, for the second content row. So let's come back here. So 10 a.m. lecture. So I will actually love you to code along while I do this. It sticks when you code. You get the flow. So I'm going to duplicate this twice again. Shift, Control, Shift, Option or Alt, and down arrow button. Yeah, twice. So the next one will be study break. Study break. And the last one will be 2 p.m. lecture. 2 p.m. lecture. When I save this and go to past it, yeah. So this is how it looks. This is a table. It's a small table that has two content and an header. So 3 rows. So this is just a basic simple example of how to use rows in your HTML. So I think that's clear, right? So you can practice this to get to and get a feel of how it is. And in our next video, we are going to look at other things. So see you in the next video.